Hey, come sit down for a second. I want to talk about something most people don't say out loud, because honestly, it sounds kind of arrogant if you say it wrong. So I'll just say it plainly. Have you ever felt lonely in a room full of people who like you? Not hated, not bullied, just a little too aware. A little too quick to notice the subtext in a conversation, the performance in someone's laugh, the script everyone seems to be reading from except you. And somewhere along the way, that awareness turned into distance. Not because you wanted it to, it just did. Look, this isn't going to be one of those introverts are secretly superior videos. I find those exhausting, honestly. This is something a bit more uncomfortable than that. So let's get into it. First question. The one that probably brought you here. Why does it look so effortless for everyone else? You watch people make friends like it's nothing, a shared elevator ride, a dumb joke at a bar. 20 minutes later, they've got each other's numbers and inside jokes. Meanwhile, you're replaying a text you sent 3 days ago, wondering if haha yeah came off as cold. And society doesn't help. We've built this whole mythology around the extroverted winner. Big squad, big birthday parties, a group chat that never sleeps. If you don't have that, there's this quiet implication that something's wrong with you, that you're failing some social exam nobody actually handed you the syllabus for. But here's the thing nobody tells you. Most of that effortless friendship, it's shallow by design. Low cognitive load, low emotional stakes, which, fine, works for them. But if your brain doesn't run on low stakes, it's not going to work the same way for you. That's not a flaw. That's just a different operating system. So let's turn the question inward for a second. What kind of person are you really? Because here's the mismatch. The popular kid in school, the office extrovert, the everyone loves them type. They're often optimizing for breadth, lots of surface connections, low individual depth, high social visibility. It's basically a numbers game, and they're good at the game. You, on the other hand, are probably optimizing for something else entirely. Depth, meaning, pattern recognition in people. Which sounds great on paper, except depth takes longer to build, and it filters out like 90% of casual interactions before they even start. So while they're collecting acquaintances, you're sitting there going, none of this feels real. And honestly, you might be right. It's just that real was never the goal for most of those interactions in the first place. That's not you being broken. That's two completely different friendship economies running side by side. Let me tell you about someone I knew. We'll call him Alex. Not real name, obviously. Alex was sharp. The kind of sharp that makes small talk feel physically uncomfortable. And for years, Alex solved the loneliness problem in a pretty specific way. He surrounded himself with exceptional people. Not necessarily kind people, exceptional ones. The high achievers, the impressive ones, the people whose mere presence made him feel like he'd leveled up just by being in the room. Like he was finally breathing the same air as people worth knowing. Here's the part that stings, though. A lot of that wasn't really friendship. It was self-valuation by proximity, borrowing someone else's status to feel okay about his own. And it went both ways, honestly, because Alex did it right back. He'd disappear for months, no calls, no check-ins, and then resurface exactly when he needed something. A favor, advice, a reference. Use the relationship like a vending machine. Put in nothing, expect something out. And the people on the other end, they noticed. People always notice eventually. Slowly, his friendships thinned out, not because he was a bad person, but because he'd built every single one on the wrong foundation. The turning point came quietly, not dramatically. He had a rough month, nothing catastrophic, just one of those slow gray patches life throws at you. And the impressive people he'd surrounded himself with, mostly silent. But one person reached out, someone unremarkable by his old metric. No big title, no impressive resume. Just consistent, just there. And that's when it clicked for him. He'd been collecting people like trophies and ended up with a shelf full of glass nobody could actually lean on. Okay, here's the hope part. But I'm going to be honest with you first, because that's the deal we made when you sat down. If any part of Alex's story stung a little, it might be worth asking yourself some uncomfortable questions. Are you actually putting in effort, or are you hiding behind "I'm just introverted" as a shield so you never have to risk rejection? Is your awareness making you genuinely selective, or is it just a smarter-sounding excuse for laziness? Let's be real. Overthinking the right friend isn't the same as actually showing up for one. Quality friendships aren't found. They're built, one small, consistent moment at a time, through consistent, unglamorous effort, same as anything else worth having. The good news? You don't need 50 connections. You need maybe 3 or 4 people who'd actually answer the phone at 2 a.m. That number is genuinely achievable, even for someone who finds small talk exhausting. So how do you know when someone's the right one? Honestly, it's simple. It's the person you can be boring around, the one where silence doesn't feel like a performance review. And maintaining it? Forget grand gestures. Nobody's bonding over once-a-year birthday dinners. It's the small, low-pressure repetition, hopping on a Discord call while you both just play a game and barely talk, half watching a movie together on a video call, half asleep, half present, fully comfortable. That low-stakes, everyday closeness builds more trust than any big let's-catch-up dinner ever will. Now, how do you actually start one of these? Not by walking up to someone and going full anime protagonist, "Please, be my friend." That doesn't work in real life, and deep down, you already know that. Friendship isn't a wire. It's not something you just snap into place the second you meet someone, fully formed, instantly secure. It's a rope, woven strand by strand, out of small shared moments. A comment that lands, a second conversation, an inside joke that didn't exist a month ago. None of those threads mean much alone. But give it time, and that rope can hold real weight. So stop looking for the wire. Start weaving the rope. Anyway, that's what's been on my mind tonight. If any part of this hit a little too close to home, I'd genuinely like to know. Drop it in the comments. I read everyone. I'll see you in the next one.